is this?
You saved them, but only barely.
Oh, yes.
You are not live on my side yet. There
Shit.
you are.
I guess I better open up a freaking thing and watch this. Ugh.
What? I keep forgetting this is the stream one. I don't know why I joined this one.
Well, you're
be
here
fine.
now.
Yep.
Too late.
Oh, I am.
And obviously, you are still open invitation on mine as well, should you ever decide to join.
The unfortunate part is I work every other weekend.
Yeah, I get it, but
Oh,
Alright, I've got mod view open because I'm probably going to get a bot. Fuck them. Alright.
Let's just kill the volume one. Oh, it's already killed. Awesome. There we
And I
go.
would just like to start off by saying I do apologize to my viewers for not streaming for a bit. We've all been going through some shit, every one of us here, so it's been kind of a hectic
except
little
for
bit.
me. Everything's been great. Went to Mars, came back with cheesecake. It was awesome.
Rub it in her face.
cheesecake.
Yeah, it's not very picturesque on Mars, though.
Kind of red.
Wouldn't cheesecake
Makes the
be
skin
more
tingle.
fun?
Cheesecake is fine. You just got to sprinkle Doritos on top of it. That's all.
Okay, you lost me. What?
So if someone
Well,
gave you an Oreo cheesecake and you sprinkled Doritos on top of it, I'm smashing your cheesecake.
If you're gonna talk blasphemy, you got to go full bore. You got to go all in, right?
Jay doesn't eat food.
Nonsense is fun. Go ahead.
Alright.
Alright. So, a bit of a recap. Gotta get rid of this. This is gonna bug me that's gonna be there. Where we last left off, you guys have came into this area and fought a Mind Flayer and his thrall. He was doing a ritual to summon something that was causing, well, causing you guys some concern because, you know, rituals, there's always concern when it comes to rituals.
Todak pretty much one-manned the Mind Flayer, and that was fun.
You did. And the ritual was still complete as it pulled a big ass rock, white rock looking thing or metal. You guys aren't sure because by the time somebody actually touched it, it all like a big white flash of light erupted in the room. And right now, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. And right now, everybody that was in the room just kind of collapses.
Thanks for damning us all, Karen.
But
we are fucked.
you get put more into like a dreamlike state.
Lovely.
Todak dislikes sleep. This is going to go poorly.
Todak loves sleep.
I don't. Well, I don't mind sleep, but I don't like dreams.
I figured Todak would love sleep because in his dreams he can normally fight some of the biggest ass monsters he's ever thought of. And always win.
No. Todak always wins regardless. He doesn't need dream sleep for that.
Shall I introduce you to one of the largest creatures available to me that he will not win against?
Sounds like a threat.
It's like I'm going to mail a glitter box to you.
For those watching the stream, this is the biggest thing I have right now. So, who wants to start? Todak,
Well, if-
Exactly.
Karen.
I mean, Alex is always ready.
Hell yeah. Todak might be asleep, but he'll still ship a bitch.
We'll start with the one who touched the orb. Karen. You there, Karen?
Yay.
Okay. You are greeted with at first, a bright flash of light. And then, as your eyes start to adjust, you realize you're back in a very familiar place. You're with your brother. You're running through the woods. Just having a time. But you come up to a house. And in the back of your mind, you can tell that there's something wrong with this house. But it looks kind of nice. The outside's very warm and inviting. And there's a older lady standing outside, just sitting in a rocking chair. And she waves to you. And the two of you, curious, you walk over. Nothing seems to be amiss. You guys talk. Ask her about her life here in the woods. And she invites you inside. She gives you a piece of pie. Again,
Bitch, gonna kill you.
nothing seems to really be amiss. But as you eat, you start to fall asleep.
In a dream?
Yes.
That's gotta be a weird sensation.
And the next moment you realize you're inside of a cage. You've been in this cage for days, weeks. It's kind of hard to tell now. You look up as what was once an old woman is now this lanky sea hag. And she goes to the two cages that are there between you and your brother and pulls your brother out, taking him around a corner. You can no longer see him. But there is the all too familiar sounds of screaming and flesh being cut and broken. And soon silence, as even though the experiments continue, there's no more screams. Hours go by before your brother's finally brought back out to a cage and thrown in, looking disfigured. No longer the elf that he once was. And the hag looks over to you and crouches down. Well, I'm a little tired from this. Tomorrow, I'll have my fun with you, and I'll turn you into a perfect specimen. Days go
Nope.
by, and you are subject to torturous experiments. Your body twisted and mangled. Your brother is no longer to be found as he was released. You think. You don't really know what she did with him. But now you are in the form that you know best, your current state of Auntie Karen. Now, give me a wisdom save. Didn't have to be whispered, but that's okay.
Yep, wrong thing clicked.
That's okay. This roll works. Before anything can progress, you start to wake up. You feel yourself being pulled from this nightmarish hellscape. And that's where we will leave yours. Who would like to go next?
Alex would like to be finished with it, so
Then Alex. You were treated to the exact same bright light. And when you awake, you're back in the town. It's not on fire. You feel at peace here. There's a woman that greets you. You look at her and there's nothing but love.
is it the same woman from the previous streams?
It is. You guys talk. And your days go by and things seem rather peaceful. Until fire starts to rain down on the city again. You rush outside to aid anybody you can. But people are burning. And you're doing all you can to dodge the fire that rains down. Large boulders coated in oil smashing into buildings. You aid those that you can, but you come across the woman that you saw before. She's trapped under some rubble and severely burned. Before you can even attempt to pull her out, you hear the sound of metal on metal. Multiple footsteps as people march into the city. You're taken away as there's too many of them to actually for you to even stop. And you see that they start, well, the lucky ones they kill right away. Other things, well, they start torturing the others. And give me a wisdom save.
Yeah. Of course.
You get tied
Perfect.
up to a point in the center of the town. And you're forced to watch everything that happens. They taunt you, telling you that you can't do anything. You're powerless. That if you were only stronger, you could have prevented this. Go ahead.
Can Alex make out or remember any of their faces?
They're all wearing face covers.
All right.
You're beaten, broken, as the woman that you saw half buried under a building is pulled out. Half of her is pulled out anyways. They don't bother trying to get any of the collapsed building off of her. Just toss what's left of her in a pile with the others. the savages that they are, they don't care. They still have their fun. And give me another wisdom save.
I have 14.
As you cry out, you start to wake up. And the scene that was before you fades away. Dusk, would you like to go next?
I will, but
Oh, we'll do a coin toss between you and Todak.
no,
Then.
let's go. Let's go. Let's get it done.
All right. With the bright flash, you are brought to a city as well. Everything seems fine so far. There's some nice people around. You're at your church. You're praying. You go about your duties. Everything seems fine. But there's a voice in the back of your head that says everything's wrong. That this shouldn't be happening. But you ignore it. Because you don't have to fight. You can just relax. Help people.
Relax, he says.
Sorry, a little burpee. I'm drinking his water. But it's not long before you hear voices. At first, they seem welcoming. They seem. They seem pleasant. They tell you that they can give you more power to help more people. You seem inclined to listen. The voices are familiar to you. One voice in particular being an angel that you've spoken to before. At least, that's what you think. As you follow their instructions, you realize these voices were not benevolent, but they were demons. As the first one that comes through after you complete the ritual tears through you, but it leaves you alive, bleeding on the ground. And you see it go after others. Give me a wisdom save.
One second. I assume that I can use. What is it? Dual mind for this
Yep.
first one.
Well,
I'm not blessed, so
yeah, I know. Unfortunately, nope. You sit back and watch in horror as you try to heal yourself and keep your guts from falling out. As more demons stem through the portal that you opened. They fly into the town and start causing havoc. But the first one that came through, the one that was talking to you, it laughs. Calls you a fool for believing in it. Being so easily tricked. And it makes you watch as it devours one of your friends. Someone you've been praying with for quite some time. It doesn't even bother to kill him first, as he starts from the legs up. The sound, both of flesh being crunched before you and the screams ringing through your ears. Give me another wisdom save. You blink and you try to reach out to stop it. As everything fades away, you start to wake up. Todak!
Yes, I'm here. I'm listening.
It's time for you.
Nope. Todak rejects this entire line of gaming. Ugh. Todak is unfathomable. Todak sleeps the sleep of the dead. And if he doesn't, he'll kill something.
Todak. No Todak.
Can I do something when I wake up?
Not yet. This is all happening at the same time, so
Okay.
it's not like somebody
Doesn't look
wakes
like
up
I
and it's
have
like,
to
oh my
scratch the
god,
top.
look at these people sleeping. Oh, he's suddenly having a nightmare. It's like, nah, it's all at the same time.
Gotcha. My spell's not prepared anyway, so it wouldn't have done anything.
Alright. Todak, you, with that bright flash, you rub your eyes and you're in a hut. A small little hut, but it's full of trophies.
I don't like this because this is how my first fucking nightmare started.
You see your trophies and you feel a sense of accomplishment. You feel proud. You know that you've done well for yourself. And then your greatest trophy of all starts to come down the stairs. Another like yourself, female. She was your greatest hunt. And while there's a voice in the back of your head that says, no, this ain't right, like, what, no, like, Todak no like.
There's Todak just sitting in his chair, silently screaming in the back of his head as he smokes a corncob pipe.
Yep. And she comes over and she gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Todak has reservations.
She is your wife, and you love her. Two smaller little Todaks. I'm special, I like crayons. Two smaller little Todaks run up and they point out some trophies and you explain to them how you killed them.
Better have been with gusto.
It was. You spin this awesome tale of how you took down these mighty beasts. And you seem happy and content.
That right there. That right there. Todak knows is untrue.
Days go by. Weeks. Until you hear screaming. Coming from upstairs. You rush up and see what's going on. And seems like one of the little Todaks has done something bad. He accidentally made a pact with a demon.
How exit? Never mind. I'm cool.
He attacked his mother by accident. An eldritch blast.
Oof.
And she's laying on the ground bleeding. He's unable to stop it as More spells seem to just fire off randomly. His brother, laying next to him, slowly melting away as he was hit by acid. Your son looks up at you pleadingly, asking for it to stop, and give me a wisdom save.
Alright, I don't get advantage on this one because I wouldn't mark my own kid for murder, mostly, I think. Let's see here, character sheet. And wisdom save. Herp derp fuck!
If you had advantage on it, that would have been great.
I do have to have the target marked though, just because. I'm gonna double check that.
Well, this has nothing to do with targets being marked or anything like that either. This is to get out of the nightmare.
Yep, nope. Looks like I'm bubbling around in there a bit longer.
As you go to try to hug your child and hopefully put an end to what's going on, somehow, maybe just the comfort of a parent, you get hit by this cold feeling deep inside of you. As you feel your life start to drain away. You look at your hands and the flesh is being stripped away until only bones remain. And what was once your son is now the voice of something incomprehensible.
All this is doing is really just re-cementing Todak's idea that he never wants children. Ever. I'm right there with you. I'm like, I accidentally got packed with a demon.
Mom, Dad, I accidentally got a sugar daddy. And you look at your son as tentacles start to form around his mouth. And his head starts to take on a different shape. Starts to look similar to an illithid, a Mind Flayer. But it still speaks a nonsense that is driving you insane. You start to plead to this being to give your son back. But it doesn't listen to you as it goes to finish off your wife. And give me another wisdom save.
That's better.
You reach out to try and stop it as you start to wake up. And I will be right back. I need to get some water.
Ugh. Fucking let it never be said kids ain't nothing but trouble.
And now the new character comes around the corner.
And stabs us all as we sleep.
Mm. So can I just assume we are now all waking up together, or
I don't know.
I guess we wait then?
I mean, we all finally passed that wisdom check. It would make sense that we're all awake. Oh, excuse me.
my damn thing muted.
So yeah, that's kind of creepy.
A bit. Fucking. My kids are gonna be dumb as fuck, apparently.
Yeah, well,
I swear to God, you say like father, like son.
well, I don't know you well enough to be able to say that.
Well, you know Todak.
Uh,
But tough.
But I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if you thought it.
So I guess it must be true. Oh.
Why?
uh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, I should have made that pot of coffee earlier. Oh well.
I made tea, but it got cold too fast. Must have got distracted.
I got tea going right now.
Very good.
It is kind of a weird one, though. How would you react to having dreams if you've never had them before?
I feel like it'd be a shock because if you've never had them before, I believe your character would think you are actually awake. And having like
Uh,
the response would be terribly interesting.
I
I
mean,
think it would be even. Go ahead.
do you know that dreams exist?
Yes, the character does. In fact, the reason they think she doesn't have dreams is because there was her species um, had some sort of threat that was attacking them through the dream world, so they disconnected themselves from the realm with the help
Yeah.
of an entity that shield. I believe an entity that shields them from the dream realm. So she dreams in the sense that their species talks to this other entity in their dreams or something to that effect. I don't remember exactly how it works.
I am back.
I mean, then it would depend on how long it would take your character to really realize that you're dreaming. And I would assume that she's still massively terrified after that because, I mean, based on that
Yeah.
backstory, she probably thinks there's some sort of predatory nature to dreams that they're trying to avoid.
Yep.
So
Yeah, there you go. Pretty good synopsis.
Yeah, and in the case of something like this, You would definitely be hard for you to immediately go, "I'm dreaming," because especially if you've never dreamed before, you just be like, "Something's, yeah, something's not right, but I don't know what."
The fuck is this? The fuck is that? The fuck are those?
Oh, Nazi zombies.
Right, like I said. Actually, here, I'll post it.
Or Nazi vampires, but whatever. Alright. While you do that, I will say that you guys, when you wake up, are not in the cave anymore. Where's the city that is? It's right there.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are no longer in the cave that were once in. You all wake up inside of beds. Separate beds from each other, separate rooms, but the surroundings, they are the inn that you guys had stayed in before in the previous town. Or city.
I guess Alex would immediately jump out of bed and run to the nearest window. To confirm that that's actually where he is and that he's not still in that village that always appears in his dreams.
You are at the old town and city. I keep saying town. You're at you're at that city, and everyone seems to be looking a little better.
That's good, at least. Then Alex would try to find the others.
It takes no time at all for you to be able to find the others, especially if everybody else is getting up and looking around the inn.
Yeah, Karen
yeah,
doesn't leave her
I agree.
bed. But she's also not going back to sleep. She's just intensely staring at a wall.
So Karen's staying in her bed. Dusk, what are you doing?
We're getting up, obviously, and assessing the situation. Essentially making sure that there is not threats and that this is, in fact, not a continuation of the dream.
As far as you can tell, you are awake.
Kodak dislikes all of this.
And Todak, what are you doing?
Kodak will look around. He knows that he has no children.
Yeah. Now, one thing is certain right now for you guys. This overwhelming sense of dread. Something was definitely not right, and
Well, I'll fucking add it to the Todak's brand laundry list of things that have gone wrong.
Yeah, even if Karen doesn't leave, but Alex is eventually going to break into the room.
For just fucking Kool-Aid Man through the door.
I mean, he's not really that strong, but yes.
Don't worry, Karen. We're here. Oh shit, were you asleep?
No.
Yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense. Assess, make sure that you or yourself are not in danger, and then start looking for everybody else. Assess assess your personal belongings as well to to figure out. I mean, there's lots of questions. How did they get here? Where's my stuff? Is this real? Is this not real?
When
Is
we threaten
everybody
the
else
tavern keeper.
okay?
well, if you check your stuff, you are missing nothing.
Cool. Todak's gonna go interrogate the tavern keeper.
Meanwhile, Alex is going to ask Karen, "What did you do? what sort of evil did you bring on?
Just the immediate assumption is that Karen fucked us up.
Karen lifts her head from the pillow, looks over at you, and just stares at you. I don't know.
That's actually pretty fucking funny.
Alright, well, someone is going to interrogate someone. Yeah, you, Todak, you saunter on down to the inn, and the innkeeper is there behind the bar. Just kind of looks at you, it's just like, ah, wrong person, you're awake. Good to see ya. You've been
Todak
asleep for
squeals.
days.
Days.
Yeah, but keep you hydrated. You're an odd one.
That aside, Todak wishes to know who brought him here.
Well, you guys were just kind of found in the town center, all of you.
Todak was many, many leagues below ground in a massive mountain. How? Where are the wizards?
Well, they haven't woken up yet, I don't think. They should still be upstairs in the bed. They were found with you guys collapsed and curled up into a ball. Kind of fetal position like, if you know what I mean.
I do not, but I assume it is appropriate for a wizard.
Well, you were like that too, so I wouldn't make fun of them.
Hush! Todak appreciates your candor, but not your lip. I...
As to how you got there, we're not entirely sure. You just kind of appeared with the... Oh, it was this white rock. Or, felt more like metal.
Where is this white thing?
Well, we left it in the room of one of the wizards. It was broken into pieces.
You have been useful. Appreciation. And then Todak is going to head upstairs.
Right?
Wait!
Yeah,
How have you been sleeping?
we've been sleeping pretty fucking well, actually.
You may thank Todak and his companions for that.
What, you guys do something up in the mountain up there?
We're about to find out. To the wizards.
I've got an inn to maintain, but you go have fun with that.
Fun. And Todak slinks his way back upstairs.
Alright, you go back upstairs. Alexandrite and Dusk, you guys are still comforting or talking to Karen, interrogating Karen, depending on how you want to look at it.
Dusk is probably leaning in the door frame as Alexandrite is interrogating Auntie Karen. And once they've had a few back and forths, she'll just kind of ask Auntie Karen if she's okay.
No. At this point, Karen has gotten out of bed and she's like brewing coffee.
I like how the response from Karen was like somewhat shocked and annoyed. Like, why did you expect me to be good? Sorry.
Well, let me rephrase that then. Are you hurt? Is there something that we need to do? Are you
I'm
damaged in some way?
not hurt physically. Oh, this terrible memory. I don't remember. If I remember things correctly, I thought we escaped together, but I don't remember. I don't remember. When was the last time I've seen him?
Well, if I've gotten one thing out of this, I at least fucked up one character royally.
Yep.
Then can you do me a favor? one of you, either of you, tell me something that I don't know. Prove to me that this is not another one of your weird dreams.
Alexandrite better pull an Austin Powers. No?
I'm. I definitely don't get the reference, but
I once open
Alex,
mouth kissed a horse. That's the Austin Powers reference.
okay. Alex would try to describe you what they're selling at the market here, in the hopes that I find something that you have never noticed before.
Well, if you guys are still inside the inn, you wouldn't really be able to see the market because buildings are blocking the way.
Yes, but Alex would have a memory of it. Actually, Alex tells Dusk
This is
something
true.
that he found when he went on his research trip in between the adventures. Something he read in a book.
That's good.
Speaking of that, can I make like a knowledge check, intelligence check to see if I like understand like you can't really read things in dreams. Not
I
sure if Karen
mean,
would know that.
whether or not Karen would know
Yeah.
that, it doesn't mean that somebody could say they read something in a dream and it still be a dream.
Well, I was literally just going to take out my pen and paper, write "This is not a dream," and then hand it to Dusk.
Oh. Yeah, give me an intelligence check, see if you even know that.
I'm not even.
You do not know that.
I'm not even certain that Dusk would know how to identify a dream. I'm pretty sure you can't imagine something that you've never actually seen before in a dream either. But I don't know that she would know that.
No, alright, I have an idea. I rummaged while the coffee's still brewing. I rummaged through my healer's kit and whatnot, and just take something, walk it over to Dusk, and just like break it, smelling salts. Just like put it right under his nose, her nose.
Not gonna lie, this is hilarious to watch or listen to.
That's Todak if it's a dream.
Her reaction is appropriate. She like snaps her head back and squints, and she's like, "Okay, okay, it's not a dream." And then holds her nose.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes, please.
I pour a double helping for Dusk. I motion over to Alexandrite.
No, thank you.
I think I heard Todak going down to talk to the innkeeper. The next order of business is we need to figure out how we got here and whether or not all of our charges made it here safely.
Todak hops up the stairs. Can he hear that?
I mean, if they're talking loud enough, yeah.
I assume you're not being quiet about it.
We're not being quiet, but we're not yelling either.
Well, okay, then Todak can hop by the door. As he starts kicking open doors as best his tiny feet can.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that when Dusk walked in, she left the door open. So
Perfect.
sees Kodak hop into the door frame, and then she kind of looks over and is like, "Well, how about you, Kodak? Everything good, or at least acceptable?"
Magic is bullshit and wizards suck.
Exactly. Want some coffee?
Yes!
I give you 4 doses of coffee.
And the tiny grung just vibrates through space and time. Todak has spoken to Tavern
Okay.
Keeper. Tavern Keeper knew about as much as Todak expected, but more than what he hoped. We were in caves, Then we nut in caves, and townspeople find us. They bring us here. Wizards are here too, with the big rock. Todak went to find Big Rock and break. But we sleep for many days, according to them. But they all slept good, according to Tavern Keeper.
So what does that mean?
Todak ready to expect that we won. Oh god, my throat. I haven't done this in a while.
Well, at least there's that.
Yes. Now, Todak is just going to chug his searing hot coffee. Todak has questions for wizards.
Yeah, like, how much is this worth? I'd like to get paid. I think we've earned it.
And then Todak will just start going around and start looking for the wizards.
Well,
Before you go, I'll give you the last 4 doses of coffee so you can give it to the wizards when they wake up.
I'm like, shit, another 4 doses of coffee for the frog? This is going to be hilarious.
right, before you can go and do that, you hear footsteps come up the stairs. Big footsteps.
Todak immediately heads out because let's be honest, everyone has big footsteps in comparison to him. He expects it to be one of the wizards.
Well, his footsteps are big. They're just plop, plop, plop rather than clomp, clomp.
Nah, his are still tiny.
Comparatively.
And, Lunar, this is a good chance to introduce yourself.
Sorry, stretch. Coming up the stairs is a rather large half orc. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to cover the laughing and listening to you guys.
This is now your story too. You're stuck with it.
I probably I'm gonna be laughing most of the time.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
I'm hilarious.
Anyways, is a rather large half orc with gray hair.
How green is the half orc?
It's a paler, more gray green, so less than Todak.
But still green enough that Todak thinks, my cousin's got big.
He definitely looks different than you.
You're green. He has come across so few green things that weren't goblins that could murder him that you might still be family.
So he comes up and looks at the group that he's kind of been hearing about over the past couple days. And just takes you in. He doesn't say much.
Todak stares back, blinking one eye at a time.
Almost fucking
There.
choked on water because of that. Fuck you.
Alex looks back at you. He is a rather slender human man with white hair, and because of things that happened, he has crimson red wings that sort of remind you of dragon's wings, and also his body is covered with scales. And after being probably still a bit on edge, he puts one hand on his rapier and asks, "Who are you?"
Bon.
Bob.
Bon. He just answers in one word. He's not Nutch for those he doesn't know.
Desk just kind of grins and says, Alexander, it's probably okay. We are in an inn.
Todak looks the new arrival up and down. Todak not so sure. But okay.
As for Dusk, who's probably sitting on either a chair or Auntie Karen's bed at the moment, drinking coffee. Hard to tell her height, but average for a human. Maybe a little tall for a female. Long blonde hair, blue eyes, athletic build, with large white wings, large white feathered wings that are not ornamental. They move on their own. She's probably not wearing armor at the moment, but just like the average tunic and leather traveling clothes.
I should probably. That is tiny.
There we go.
Well, different character.
I know. I got bigger.
Thank you.
Yep.
So,
As everyone's like seems to be conversing like right outside of Karen's room, she looks over, sees the half orc. You notice that Auntie Karen, as the picture showed, she has like seafoam green skin, milky eyes, uh, white hair. She looks hideous, like a hag, or she looks maybe more elven slightly. She horribly hideous, and right now she's eating coffee grounds. Once she notices the doors open, she rummages through her bag and pulls out a mask.
Oh, that's right. Mock got fucked.
Mock went through a dimension of pain.
Exactly. Yeah,
Well,
she puts on that mask and then she looks over to you and is like, "Oh, are those scars on your character's token, like on your character?"
yes.
Oh, are you all right, child? She's like the really creepy old woman, like starts hobbling over to you.
Bond just nods. He's not sure what to take in, seeing as he's seen these kinds traveling, but he hasn't dealt with them well.
And there's Todak.
oh, Todak.
I don't think Todak needs a description because he's literally there in the photo. Bright green, orangish red eyes, covered in leathers, and he shines a little in the light.
Yeah, he's cool.
Todak's awesome. Well, Todak is going to go find the wizards. He's off to find the wizards.
The wonderful
Stupid
Wizards of
wizards
Oz.
that were.
Kodak, do you need a traveling companion, or do you want to do this on your own?
Todak will require someone that does not want to punch them immediately in the face. So yes, a traveling companion would be ideal.
Then
For
I'll
me,
stay here.
uh, is there anything? She's is getting up and heading towards the door to follow Todak, and she says to the uh, Bond, she said, nods and says, "Is there something that you needed, Mr. Bond?"
Just came up because I heard something.
Uh, well, it's nice to meet you. If you'll excuse us, we have some business to take care of in town. And she turns back to the other two and says, "You two will be okay here?"
And Karen's more distracted, looking at the scars of the orc. Just nods her head. Oh,
I'm
poor thing, poor
going to
thing.
quotes, he does has a decent amount of scars. He's seen some fights.
But he doesn't wear armor.
He's not currently wearing armor, no.
Yeah,
Just
we're
some
walking around in a city, so yeah.
Todak wears his armor in a city. Fuck this place. I don't trust it as far as I can throw it.
All right. So the two of you are going to talk to the wizards. It doesn't
Yeah,
take you
she's
very
going
long
to
to.
stop and lock the door to her room first.
Okay. It doesn't take you long to find the one of the rooms of the wizards. He's kind of. It's the Tabaxi. He's curled up in the bed in the fetal position, just rocking back and forth, just like no, 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 no,
Is he
no, no, no.
awake?
Yes.
Damn, someone beat Todak to him.
Kodak.
Todak has the bedside manner of a vulture, and I love it.
I assume, Kodak, that you didn't exactly sleep well either.
Todak just looks left and right. I slept fine.
Well, insight check.
I don't have. Hold on a second here. I want to roll this one out.
I don't
Aw.
think you beat 28.
I don't.
Nat 20 still succeeds. Hold on. What do I need to bluff? Bluff is charisma, isn't it?
Actually, natural 20s, well, I don't know. In this game, it might, but natural 20s do not necessarily guarantee success in skill checks.
This will be the first time. Okay, hold on a second here, because it would be a persuasion, because there is no bluff in this one.
Deception if you're not telling
Deception.
the truth.
Oh,
If you're
good.
not telling the truth, yeah.
Even with a nat
Three.
20 as an advantage, I rolled a 17.
Dusk, you can tell that Todak is absolutely bullshitting you from how long you've known each other. The way
Yeah.
he said
Yeah.
that, he is lying through his
Yeah.
gums.
I have
She
teeth.
says,
Well,
well,
actually, yeah, you're right. No, I don't have teeth.
she says, well, unfortunately, while you may have been blessed with decent sleep, the rest of us, it seems that we're not. And this poor gentleman here is probably suffering as badly as we have.
Then we should wake him up.
He is
And
awake.
Todak begins. Oh,
You're awake, are you not?
He kind of looks towards you guys as you speak, and then just keeps repeating over and over again. No, 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 no.
Where is the rock?
Do you?
Oh, the other thing. Yeah, we were teleported out of Great Caverns with the rock, the big white one.
Have you had? Are you okay? Do you need anything?
No, 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 no.
Need a swat upside the head if he keeps talking like that.
Uh,
Wow.
going to do. Actually, she is not proficient in medicine, so she's not going to do a damn thing.
I will be right back. So sorry.
It happens. We can switch to the other two till he gets back.
Oh, the three actually.
The other three. Sorry.
All right, on to Karen, Bon, Alexandrite.
Yeah, we're having a conversation.
I do see that. You guys are having a nice little chin wag there, it seems.
Wait, I forgot something.
What did you forget? Oh,
Oh.
no, you get a good one.
Oh?
You get a good one.
Okay, thank you.
Things are normal at the moment.
Well, Auntie is trying to figure that one out. So, Bon, how do you have it with religion? Which deity do you follow?
Fun looks him over and says, I don't.
I see. Alex gives you a suspicious look, as you might expect from a man of faith. And he says, well, I think a faith is probably one of the last protections we have left in these trying times. See,
Right.
mm, do you value knowledge, my friend?
Keeps me alive.
Exactly. So for that reason, I follow Sabriel, the great collector of knowledge.
Sorry, back.
Welcome back.
Did we figure anything out from Rocky's McGee?
Not yet. We're
We switched
yeah.
to
Switch the others.
the other group.
Bond looks at Alexandra right over and says, doesn't stop a sword from hitting you, doesn't stop a spell from blasting. What?
When it comes to the spells, you would be surprised. That's quite. It can be helpful then. When it comes to the swords, he puts a hand over his shield. No, I'd rather trust this thing then as well, but having the face of a god on it helps definitely.
If it helps you, enjoy it. Where were you guys anyway? You seemed passed out.
We were on a mission. We confronted a creature, I believe they call it a Mind Flayer, and it left a relic behind. And at that point, Alex actually looks angrily at Karen, and someone couldn't leave it alone. And afterwards, I'm not sure. We were confronted with nightmares, and yeah, the others just went and are trying to check up on this artifact.
So,
I'm just letting you guys do your thing for now. Unless you want to switch back over to the other two.
Absolutely.
Meh. After hearing Alexandra say that, Andy Karen just slinks off back into her room and shuts the door.
aw, be nice to the crazy malformed witch.
Bond watches her and is a little confused.
You also hear the door clack as I lock it. Off to break open that skull.
Oh yeah, that's right. You do have the skull of the barbarian, don't you?
Yep.
Time to poke around in his head.
Using your mining pick.
Oh, wait. I don't have a problem with that as much as I thought I might.
I have no questions. Actually, go ahead.
Alright, should I roll something to try to open up this skull?
All depends on how much you want to salvage of it.
I want to try to salvage
Medicine check, maybe?
as much of it as I can, I guess.
Roll me
More
a
or less
medicine.
do like an autopsy on it.
Holy crap, it is hot today.
You kind of crack around it, and you're very delicate with it, despite the weight of the pick. And you manage to crack open the skull as if it was a hard-boiled egg. However, inside there's liquid, where there should be a brain.
Okay, can I don't know, using my book of aberrations, identify that it's that one aberration that looks like a brain?
Well, considering this liquid, there's no brain.
Yeah,
Soup.
but there might be those creatures have like little paws and whatnot.
There's just soup in there. There's literally nothing but liquid.
Okay, then I'm going to take the brain soup, pour it into my canister with the coffee grounds, and then I'm going to take my illithid, do the same, put them in there, and just start boiling up the pot again.
Oh boy.
You can't see my face, but I am thoroughly disgusted with this line of wording.
And once it's all like boiling, she just down the hatch, coffee grounds and all.
So
Brother, no!
I feel like there should be something to. I feel like there should be
Ugh.
some sort of negative to drinking the liquefied brain of a freaking Goliath.
But
Well, the brain was
Um,
great. Whatever that aberration that it's called was, well, at least that's what I think.
There was no intellect devour inside of this thing.
Oh,
so you literally just drank gray matter with coffee ground.
Yep.
What the f is wrong here?
disappointing.
Oh.
Even if it isn't horribly disgusting well, I mean, it's obviously horribly disgusting, but even if it isn't poisonous, just being a brain, the fact that it's been rotting for a number of days,
Well, he
I
did
mean,
boil
this
it.
is Auntie
uh,
this is Auntie Karen we're talking
She did
about.
boil it.
I
Yeah.
mean,
yeah.
Auntie Karen's definitely eaten worse and come out on the other side. I mean, just remember that, like, all I could think back to is she just ate raw calamari not too long ago.
Yeah, but that
Do not
turned her into.
sugarcoat this.
Meat which makes people brains.
Well, no, the calamari I think was the illithid, but I didn't
Oh,
eat that. I think I put that in the boiling pot with the brain goo. I think this
Oh.
is technically the worst I've eaten.
Oh dear God! It's literally the culmination of everything evil and disgusting we've fought so far.
Fine, when Kodak wants trophies, Karen wants to taste it.
Todak and Karen get along just fine so long as she doesn't eat the trophies.
Yes, it only matters if it's an aberration.
Well, Karen, I am going to say you start to feel sick to your stomach.
You got to allow for a con save.
Yeah, give me a con save, but you do feel it. Like you feel it, like bubbling, and
Damn.
you drink down this coffee soup, and you still feel sick to your stomach, but you're not about to like hurl or anything. You're not about to like curl up, but it's just like oh, there was something wrong with that.
That may have been an error.
Yep, chewing some
Too much,
overcooked calamari with coffee grounds.
I ate
And-
cheese
Yeah,
and I
too
shouldn't
much
have.
Hey,
Too many coffee grounds. Ugh.
don't you dare bring cheese into this. Cheese did nothing wrong.
Bond, while you roll perception, out of curiosity.
I'm curious if there's a smell going on or anything else.
Oh yeah, you notice the smell. The first smell
Bond
that
looks-
kind of hits your nose
well-
is the smell of rot.
Well, no, probably not actually, because coffee grounds is a very powerful odor,
Have
and
you
it's
ever
used
smelled
to
brain?
mask others.
It
Have you ever?
is?
They use it to mask things for smuggling. I mean, it literally overpowers things so that dogs can't smell this stuff.
Yeah, but have
Yeah,
you,
but
have
there's
you
still
ever
the
s-
90% of the
do.
head left.
Yeah, but have you ever smelled
Yeah.
brain?
No,
I have.
I've
It's
smelled
disgusting.
people trying to think.
the
I
fuck-
suppose that's pretty.
I mean, okay, listen, BD, You don't actually smell brains when you think too hard. That's just the smoke coming out your ears. I am not a good friend.
I have had to dissect things, and I have smelt brain.
Bah.
Yes. I'm
I really
blessed
did
with
know.
a very bad sense of smell, so I don't smell anything.
I'd rather smell coffee than smell brains again.
Congratulations, you smell coffee instead of brains. We win.
But there is also the fact that there is a rotting head still.
I mean, there's also probably some rotten manticore jerky.
Yeah, that too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, honestly, Auntie Karen stench probably overlays all of that.
And Karen doesn't stink. Everything else that you carry.
It's
Auntie
not
Karen smells like roses if you ever bother to sniff long enough.
Mm-hmm.
You have to get your nose
Uh.
real close. Oh, all right. We're gonna move back over to the normal two, normal-ish. The
Totally,
normal
yeah.
one with the weird ass fucking frog.
How dare you call Dusk a frog? That's rude. Todak immediately, if the guy doesn't respond to our questioning, Todak jumps into the room and onto the bed where he's currently feedling up.
He screams as soon as you do and kind of tries to get away from you.
See, this is what Todak wants from people, but does he get it? No, it has to be nightmare fueled. You! Stop your finagling! I have questions and you have answers, whether you like it or not.
I don't think you're going to get much out of him. Maybe we should try some of his friends. This one's probably going to need some professional help.
I'm a professional. Todak pulls out his dagger.
And in his
Fine.
head, she said. In his head, she says, "Remember, we still have to get paid, so don't torment them so much."
Todak squints with both eyes and says, Fine. Let's go find maybe the drow. She seemed to have been made of sturdier things than whatever this cat man was.
So many
Sounds good.
tadpoles, they're everywhere.
What? Huh?
So many tadpoles, they're
Ignore
everywhere.
him! We shall return later and ask him questions when he has his mind about him.
Yeah. I agree.
Todak just stares at him.
He does not look at you, he's looking away.
Good.
So they will go and see if they can't find one of the people that are not a blubbering mess.
Well, the next room you go to actually does have the drow, and she is sitting up. Kind of looks to the door when you guys open it and almost jumps back a bit, but says, "Oh, it's just you guys."
You okay?
Well, I don't know about you, but nightmares like that, you don't really, not really fun.
It was supposed to be fun.
I've been awake for the past day and a half now. You guys are late.
Sorry to disappoint. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, Auntie Karen touched this rock, and she points to the cracked thing that's right in front of you. That's right in front of her at the foot of her bed, and it sent out a wave of, I don't know if it was psychic energy or what, but it put us into a dream state. That's all I can really tell, but I think this was also what was causing all the nightmares in the town. 'Cause everyone else has been having
And it's not.
good sleeps now.
Have you slept since waking up? You said you've been up for a couple of days.
Day and a half. Bought a couple pots of coffee.
So you have not.
I don't really want to risk having another nightmare. For all we know, we're still affected because we were so close to it, but it's safe to assume. I want to be a guinea
Doing
pig.
I don't know that I'm going to be able to fall asleep right now. I mean, obviously, I just woke up, but
Todak has imbibed 4 cups of coffee. I will never sleep.
You'll sleep eventually.
Fight me! Also, I want the rock.
Why?
He wants.
The rock has wronged Todak, and Todak will have just vengeance.
No, the rock hasn't really done anything wrong to you. It's just a rock.
Well, I already beat the crap out of the illithid thingy, so I need to beat the crap out of something else.
Well, give it time. You'll find
I'm
something
not sure
else.
that I agree with you on that. The Rock did do something, and it is responsible.
Would you blame the sword that stabbed you?
Yes!
Well, blame the sword that stabbed you, or blame the person that put the sword inside of your body.
Yes, again! What part of this are you missing?
Why would you
I would
blame an
not.
object for doing its job?
Well, that's exactly the point. The job that it is doing is a danger to those around, to the people around it, and
It's not,
arguably, it should be destroyed
it's not
so that it
doing
is
it
no
anymore.
longer causing damage.
Good.
Well, how do you know that? You just said that you can't risk going to sleep.
I don't personally want
So
to
you
risk going to
don't
sleep right now, but everybody else seems to be having
exactly
normal dreams.
Todak
right.
goes
So
over and
you're
kicks the rock.
so by your admission, it may still be doing it. You don't
You take 4 points
actually
of
believe
damage.
what you said.
How hard did you kick the rock?
He's angry at it. He'll take the 4 points of damage.
It is solid like fucking metal.
Todak no longer believes this is a rock. Todak is more pissed at it.
But you kick
Is,
it and nothing happens. No flashes of light,
is it
no more
metal?
nightmares.
Todak rolls it over to Dusk.
Is it metal?
It is a type of metal, yes.
Huh. And you're confident that it is inert.
Well, the last time somebody touched it, there was a bright flash of light and we all got put to sleep and teleported out into this town, so you tell me.
How did it get here?
Well, I don't know. I was asleep
How
and
did it get to your room?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the people that brought us here put it in my room.
Okay. That's surprising, actually. I would have thought somebody would have stolen it. I'm surprised that they didn't steal half of our stuff, to be completely honest.
Not
Todak
everyone
believes
is a horrible person.
Todak believes they were more terrified of what it could be.
Yes, well, I've seen people do horrible things for less fears.
I've done horrible things for a snack.
Well, you need to work on that.
Why? I'm already pretty good at it.
Wrong direction, Todak. Wrong direction.
I love this. I really do.
Look, this thing needs more study, but I think this could be a good
Yeah,
weapon
well,
against the illithid.
how do you figure?
Illithid egg?
Well, if it's psychic, there's the potential that it could be used against them.
I kicked something's brain.
Huh. I was wondering whether or not it could be melted down and used for tools.
Well, that's exactly what we mean, but we don't know if melting it would destroy the properties that it might contain, or if more magical means of forging will be necessary. I need to study it a little bit. Which means no destroying it.
Well, I suppose it's not technically ours to destroy. Though that does bring to question, we have, I'm going to presume that we have successfully completed the mission that you have hired us for.
Well, you have to take us back.
Take you back where? You were here. We're in town.
You guys are at the town, at the city, at the base of the mountain.
We got to go back to the main city where the old man hired us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't realize that this was that was the town we were in.
Different, different map.
Todak
Well,
also
my
want
memory
also
isn't quite that good.
we also need new eyes. Todak's eyes are getting dull and tired. I say we hire Green Cousin.
You want to hire somebody
But
else? All right.
Is Green Cousin looking for work?
I don't know. Todak just pokes his head out the window or door. Hey, other big green. You want work?
Sure.
Okay, cousin looking for work.
Okay. Well, it's not really my decision, but that works.
I'm very confused about this. That he just like looks at Alexandrite and points down the hall.
You just got hired. Good job.
I guess. So Bon, what do you do now that we are colleagues? I guess.
Why are people
You-
letting the frog make the call?
I mean, the frog has a better track record than Orticaron.
And I
Not
just hear
incorrect.
Auntie Karen,
How?
a dagger in Auntie Karen's back. Oh, what assholery are we?
Well, when Auntie Karen doesn't save someone, we now know why.
So, what does Bond do?
And how does Bond do it?
We don't talk at all during this. Okay. I fight. When we're there, when you get hired.
I guess.
So he doesn't have any armor on, but he does look like. But with the track record of most half orcs, he uses that to help get his. This is new to him.
Being accidentally hired by a frog and his friends?
Yes, this is new to him. Seeing as he doesn't usually see your kind, anyways.
Grung are something of a rarity I've found so far, and if they're not, Todak will
Uh-huh.
fix that.
They're definitely from the north where Bond's from, so.
Speaking of being from, what's our next move?
If we're done with the description or talking to the dark elf, Todak can come out and explain what they found out so far.
Well, she'll say it's like, well, and let's get ready to at least leave out tomorrow. I want to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yep, I 100% agree.
Fuck this place! And not gently.
Bond looks at looks at Todak for a second and then just focuses on something else.
Todak will every time you stare at Todak, he will meet your gaze and he will blink each eye individually.
Oh, he rolled high. Good. He's gonna maintain the stare this time.
And then it's just going to be a stare off between the two green powerhouses.
Until if that goes on long enough, Dusk's just going to stick her wing out to block the two of them looking at each other. And she's like, "Hey,
Focus.
quit it."
He knows where Tony's socks are, so he's just focused.
Todak doesn't have enough smarts to back down. But he also has the unbridled charisma of many unmentionable things.
Stop it,
Alright, I'm gonna be
both
right
of
back.
you.
I gotta use the bathroom.
It is that
Are we leaving now?
Tomorrow.
No, tomorrow. I should point out, Bon, that while you're welcome to join us, and you're welcome to work with us. Uh, we don't actually pay for help.
Bond kind of
Anything that we do, you get a cut of, and it's not. This isn't a company, if you will.
Bond shrugs. You're going to another place?
We are.
It's pay enough. With the fact that he has traveled so much, he knows that going in groups is better. So he's gonna just take that as the pay.
Todak can appreciate
Fair
this.
enough.
Todak likes you.
Fair enough.
I
Also-
think you might be the first person that we meet that has common sense.
Common sense ain't so common, may as well be a superpower.
Huh.
Wait, are you including yourself in that statement?
Alex views himself as having common sense.
But choosing not to use it.
He thinks he's using it, but Alex's player might have a different opinion on his degree of common sense.
That's funny.
Disastrously funny.
it is at this point that Karen exits her room, swings the door wide open. Her eyes are wide and her pupils are focused like pinpricks. She looks pale and she's sweaty, looks awfully greasy.
Oh, Auntie Karen got the
Right.
good stuff.
You ready to go?
Honestly, no, Aunt Karen. I think that we're going tomorrow. They, our employers may need some time to get their bearings and their things together. One of them, she kind of hikes her head towards the door of the tabaxi, says, is little more than a blubbering mess curled up in a fetal position on its bed. I don't think it's dealing well with the nightmares. I have not had a chance to talk to the other two, so don't know how good or what condition they're in.
Go figure this out.
Well, good news is it looks like our new half-orc friend is joining us.
Welcome.
Well, that's good.
Bond nods, and then looks at the group. I'm getting supplies. Does anybody else need to go?
A
I
walk
have
would be
money for supplies.
a walk would be nice.
I'm poor.
Looking at the Auntie Karen, and with the fact that she actually extended a hand, he hands her 2 gold.
Hey,
Thank you. I think buying some rations is really all I need to do.
Bond prioritizes keeping his party alive versus keeping gold.
That is
Yeah.
surprisingly
Uh,
wise.
Yeah.
I can't help
Man,
but
if
feel
there's
like
something
every
that-
time someone says something like that, it's just everyone kind of stops and looks at Todak for a second.
What are you talking about? Todak doesn't even like money. I'm carrying all of his gold.
Oh, that's right. By the way, Todak has a whole bunch of shinies he doesn't need anymore. Todak throws into the bag of whatever the hell you have of his things another 5 of these platinum-looking coins, 11 gold pieces, and
Okay, let me write
9
that
more
down.
electron. Yeah. I was wondering why. I
Fine.
was wondering, like, from a from a player's perspective, why was I perpetually broke? Then you reminded me, like, oh right, Todak doesn't give a flying fuck about money.
Then
He
you all
eats
pitched
what
in to
he
help me
much
buy
gold did-
Pearl.
There's that too.
Yeah, how much did you how much was it again? 5 platinum.
5 plat,
How many gold?
11 gold, and I don't know about the electrum pieces, but there's 9 of them.
Okay.
Oh, we need to go fishing.
1,
Fishing.
9 electrum. I agree.
All right, I'm back.
All right, Todak's probably feeling awfully dehydrated.
Yes.
No, they bathed them.
Eh? Man, my first thought was like, who gave Andy Karen a sponge bath?
No.
Oof.
They kept Todak hydrated. Some people know about his needs, and we're just like, we'll throw him in some water.
Good, good.
Or he probably started drying out and they were worried about him, so they had somebody come in to take a look, and they're like, 1 and 2 frog water. Here, do something.
Basically.
They figured it out.
Kodak ain't dead yet, so it's always a win for me.
Oh, so Vaughn wants to go to a quick shopping before we leave tomorrow.
Appropriate.
Okay.
Well, the DM returned.
I'm here.
Right, you were away when I said it first.
Okay. Oh yeah, well, that'll be fine.
Vaughn's going shopping.
Well, to answer
Cool.
your question, I will.
Also, gave 2 gold to Auntie Karen.
Yep. The mages going to still be like giving us food supplies on our trip back?
Sorry, say that again.
Before the mages were basically supplying us food, are they still going to do that, or should we start preparing rations?
No, they're gonna prepare food for you guys.
Okay, then I'll hand Bond back his 2 gold, if I don't quite need it yet.
Vaughn doesn't take it back. She assumes you're gonna need something. He assumes you're gonna need something.
Maybe you could buy some more coffee grounds with it or something.
I still have 30 doses left. We have enough coffee.
I think holy water never runs out of style.
Hey.
It is
Okay.
expensive, though. I mean, I can make some,
Yes.
but it's still expensive.
Do you want me to roll that, or can I just roll it with my dice?
Just roll it with your dice.
Awesome! I find the bag I just had.
While you guys are discussing all this, the dark elf is going to look on her tabaxi friend and try to comfort him. She's gonna be like, "Shh, I know. They're everywhere. The tadpoles are everywhere, but they're not gonna bother you no more."
That's what he thinks.
By the way, I just saw there's apparently a murder scene in this map.
Is there?
Oh, nice.
Well, something happened here.
Somebody got excited and didn't realize it. Never mind.
Holy shit. that was a lot of-
Broken wine, glass, broken bottle. Somebody just had a bar fight.
Or that.
Like, that's straight up like a wine bottle that's broken in half, so.
Okay, just so you know in advance, it's 675.
Wait, how'd you get an extra 175?
Because
Oh, okay.
'cause
Yeah, no. I can math.
can you?
Most days. I also love that nobody's checking on the human wizard.
Well, we haven't gotten that far yet.
I
Todak
don't know.
barely gives a fuck about these wizards to begin with, human or not.
We've been kind of distracted. I mean, honestly, my intent is to check on all of the wizards, but en route to going downstairs to getting something to eat because I'm starving.
Karen ate, and already mentioned the Tabaxi and the Drow, so Karen will go look on the human wizard, see if he's doing all right.
There was one other, right? There was 4 of them total.
3.
Oh, was there 3?
Yeah, only 3.
All right. Well, I'm going to head downstairs for some breakfast.
All right. When you go
Something.
downstairs, the innkeeper kind of looks. He's like, you're awake, lass. How you feeling? Hopefully well rested.
Good morning to you as well. Well, rested, I guess, but very hungry.
Well, you've been asleep for days. It's no wonder.
Well, yeah. How many days exactly?
Oh, how many has it been? It's been 5 days.
5 days. And how much do you charge per day?
Well, you guys were unconscious, so we're not exactly gonna charge you for something like that. That'd be kind of cruel, don't you think?
Bond's gonna total up for his few days and then today because he
It
was
would.
alive. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, I guess. I mean, if you're sure.
Absolutely positive.
Seems that we will be spending another day here, though, I believe. Uh, so, with that in mind, what are your rates? She kind of smiles.
They're pretty standard rates for a city like this. There's nothing too fancy up here, so this is standard fare.
Silver a night?
Yes.
She will pay for, well, I guess all of them. 5 silver. She puts 5 silver onto the table, onto his counter.
Thank you kindly. You said you're pretty hungry. Would you like something to eat?
Absolutely.
I'll just sit down and we'll have some food brought out to you. Nice big meal for you, since you're definitely gonna need it.
What's that
Yeah, I'm
supposed to mean?
starved. Well, because it means that we haven't eaten in 3 days or 4 days or however many days, and we're really hungry. Our bodies need it.
Yeah.
That is fair. Todak will also enjoy whatever food is brought forward. Ugh.
You
Did
guys are
Bond come
treated to
downstairs? Sorry, go ahead.
Bond probably yes.
you guys are treated to a nice hearty breakfast. Lots of meats, some a number of eggs. It's a bit more than you would normally get for a single meal. Nice big glass of water.
Bond's gonna pay for ale.
That makes sense. Bond, you said that you're a warrior of sorts.
More of a cell sword.
What is your, if you don't mind me asking, what is your favored weapon of choice?
Glaive.
Just idle conversation. Glaive? Glaive?
Mhm.
Kind of looks at Todak. What's a glaive?
It is a clearing in the trees.
That's a glade.
Oh, that it's a sword on a stick, a long stick.
I'm surprised Todak knows what a glade is.
He's a warrior. I would expect him to know it, actually. That's why I
no,
asked.
no, he said
No, not a glaive, a glade.
He is a ranger.
He's a ranger too, so
I
he
would
should
expect
know
him to
that
know
one.
if you said, "Hey, clearing in the woods," something like that. He'd be like, "I know what you're talking about," but to put a name to the thing, nah, not Todak.
Yeah.
He wouldn't care.
I mean, Todak doesn't give a fuck, but he's still smart.
If anything, I think that I think it was the elven werewolf friend probably told him that.
Maybe. That guy owes me a favor too. I better call on him.
Yeah, you haven't yet.
Really regular sword on a really long stick. Think about someone that got lazy and didn't want it and just found a stick and put this hilt there. If I remember
Bond.
correctly, go ahead.
Bond looked at Todak. Is that how you think it works?
Am I wrong?
It gives me reach.
There you go. It's a long stick with a sword on the end.
So it's a sort of polearm.
There you go.
Okay, well, that's at least something.
No, Todak will not stir the shit pot.
Oh, but it's so funny.
Well, it's not as elegant or useful as a bow and arrow, but it has its uses. And again, what does Todak care about elegance?
Yeah,
He
exactly.
He might. If he has his preferences.
Maybe he'll just be hoity-toity about the word elegance.
Yeah, maybe he's just doing it to make himself sound smarter than he actually is. Huh.
That's all I don't
So on to Kieran, you are still staying up in your room?
I went and saw the human wizard.
That's right. He is sitting on his bed, kind of hugging his knees, and looks up at you as you enter. It's like, are you?
Just
Yes. Yes. What can I do for you?
Not alright, like the rest of us, but physically, are you doing all okay?
Physically, of course, I'm fine. None of us were hurt, I don't think, but I'd rather not have another encounter with that hellscape again.
What did you see?
Oh, well, I did say it was a hellscape, didn't I?
But when I was walking here, seemed the drow and the tabaxi sounded like they seen something similar.
No, 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 no. I was literally in hell.
Ah,
If my assumption is correct, we all saw things that would probably terrify us the most, and he doesn't like tadpoles. It's a very weird fear, but he absolutely hates them.
That requires you to have kids.
Oh,
There you go.
Are you talking Todak or are we talking Mind Flayer?
Yes. Just the
Karen's
look and
confused.
just the look and shape of tadpoles. The way they kind of move around and how slimy they are and grow legs all of a sudden and lose a tail. It's quite. I understand why he's quite disturbed by it, but
may never have children, but he's still getting irked by this conversation.
you don't hear it. You weren't there,
Yeah,
Todak.
you're probably downstairs having breakfast. So
Yeah.
Karen's confused, but the more he talks about it, the more she thinks it would fit right into her book of aberrations.
Well, I mean, I've seen how the elephant kind of reproduce, and it's a nasty sight, but it just does not
I
like
have
frog
so
spawn.
many questions for this wizard right now.
Oh, you've seen it firsthand or in a book?
First hand,
took part.
Oh, Auntie Karen's very interested. Tell me more, if you would.
well, they kind of burrow into a thing and transform it into. Or was it that they burst out, transformed? It's been a while. You'll have to forgive me.
At this point, Karen has her book out and she's like flipping through the pages, trying to get to the ill-fed tadpole page.
The one I saw was it was an experiment on a worm.
Oh,
Yeah, we quickly had to kill the spawn. It was not a good sight. Definitely would not recommend doing any sort of experiments like that again.
Karen will just slowly nod her head.
Which
But yeah, I was in. I don't know. It was. I don't remember exactly where I was, but it was literal hell. Fire and brimstone and demons everywhere.
That's beyond my expertise, but Dusk or Alex. Yeah, Alex would know more.
Well, I think mine was a memory because I've been there before. Done a lot of experiments in my time.
Mm,
I accidentally opened a portal. Kind of walk through it. Take a year to get out. 5 days pass. Hell is weird. Let's just go with that.
I'm not part of that conversation. Someone would have gotten stabbed.
I've been keeping my mouth shut for the same reason.
yeah, Karen's conflicted. Like, curiosity is important, but should definitely be tempered with common sense.
Look, I was young. We were trying to open up a portal to another dimension. Not hell.
Technically, you succeeded.
Well, if you need any more help, just contact me. I'm going to go see your tadpole fearing friend. See if he can use some assistance.
Please be gentle with him.
Yeah, my bedside manner is better than thinks of Todak, but then just waddles on off out of the room.
There you go, Lunar. You can read up on how tadpoles work.
I'll look at it later.
I am concerned that you need to research how tadpoles work.
Elephant tadpoles.
Ah, never
Yeah.
mind then. My concern is now greater.
Okay. Auntie Karen's going to do that. Are you guys doing anything special besides eating your fill and drinking early in the morning?
I
That's
am
the
an
first
orc.
step.
It's happening.
Sorry, Lunar, what'd you say?
I'm an orc. It's happening.
Yeah.
Staring blankly into space.
Well, once Vaughn is done, he's going to market.
Is there in checking her memory? Is there has to be either a river or lake or something like that close by? Yes.
One sec. Yes, there is.
Or is this community this community get its water from a well?
There is a river, probably like an hour away, like a big river. No, not an hour away, about half an hour. It's not that far away.
Well, that being the case, if well, she's going to wait for the wizards to come down, um, so that she can find out what their intentions are for the day. If they want to leave once they're collected and they have their wits about them, she wants to find. She wants to know what their intent is. We staying? We going? We what's the deal?
Well, you guys said you're ready to go tomorrow, yeah?
I can leave today. I can leave now if need be.
I just want to gather some supplies, food and stuff like that, so should probably wait.
Then tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Do you need us present?
You're
I'm
supposed
thinking I could use some distraction.
You don't need your present, but you're free to come if you wish.
I think I'll pass. If you're on second thought. Well, how refresh my memory. How secure is this city? This town?
It's pretty secure. Like it's walled in. There's guards around.
Okay. Well, she's going to excuse herself and she says that she is going to go check out that river or that lake or whatever it is and go fishing. On her way out, she invites Todak to join if he so chooses.
That's entirely up to Todak.
I'll go.
Then that's her intent for the day.
Fuck
She'll
yeah,
be back
fishing!
before nightfall. She needs to pray at dusk. So
Okay, so Todak is going to go off and do that, and I'm going to go hunting with a dagger, or fishing with a dagger, I guess. Alright. Do you need me for anything for the next 2 minutes?
Nope.
Just to
I don't
Can I
think
do a
so.
survival check to help fish?
Yep.
Or actually, you know what? I'll just I'll aid for fishing.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm actually doing it for product. She's doing it literally for peace of mind. Because this is her go-to for. I mean, she literally she doesn't care what she catches. She's just doing it for um, for the experience of it.
Okay.
Okay, then Todak will do it. Todak will be doing it to get food.
Right, give me survival then. Yeah, you get some smaller fish, but if you keep fishing, you should be able to get enough small fish to get a decent meal.
Decent stew out of her. Alrighty, cool. BRB.
All right. Alexandrite's not back yet, so Karen.
Actually, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you just never posted, so I wasn't sure. Alexandrite, what are you
Sorry.
going to be doing?
That is a good question. Actually, Alex has a plan. He is going to try and hit up the local library and get
Okay.
himself some books.
Like, just to read for the day, or to take with you?
Yes, I think he wants something to read on his travels, and it's going to be, surprisingly enough, probably something rather light-hearted. You know, some good fun stories about I know, entertaining halflings to pass the time and to distract himself.
When you get to the library, they look at you. It's like, well, when do you expect to be bringing this back? Next couple days?
Well, how much would it cost to outright buy them?
Well, it is a used book, so be lower than the standard cost. I need to double check to see how much a book costs.
I think it's like 25.
Jesus Christ.
That's I do believe 25 for a blank book. It might be less or more for.
If that isn't gold, then I have no chance of purchasing anything.
I mean, yeah, books are expensive. Paper is not cheap.
Well, then
No,
he's
it is
just
not.
going to read it for the day, because it looks like I'm broke.
I mean, you could probably buy like a scroll with a fanciful tale on it.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to keep Alex's mind off of it for long enough.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
fair point.
Let's see, I do have a plan. I need to
Okay.
check. What if... what if Alex buys himself a flute, which he can still afford, and figures out how to play it over the next couple of times?
Well, to be able to play it proficiently is going to be more than just the travel time, but you can definitely
Yep,
get a flute.
yep, he's going to buy a flute.
All right.
And he's still going to spend that day at least reading.
They just ask for a silver to allow you in to read and use the facilities.
They need to finally pay us, but yeah.
Oh, that's right. You have an owl friend.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that guy as well. Did he also get teleported with us? What happened to him?
Yeah, he was asleep in the closet in your room. You haven't actually checked in on him yet.
Then Alex has another thing he needs to do that day. He probably reads a book that mentions an owl, and then something clicks in his head, and he remembers that he has a new friend.
Yep, when you go there, the owl stirs when the light hits its eyes and kind of makes some noise, and you can tell it's hungry.
Okay. Alex is probably going to ask our cook, Karen, to have whether she has something for him to eat.
I have some manticore meats left over, but it's getting awfully gamey. Let me fry it up. Yeah, so and Karen will cook what she has remaining of the manticore meat and try to like salvage what left she can get out of it and give it to the owl.
Give me a survival on that one. So you're trying to salvage it. There's not a whole lot of meat left that you can really salvage, but you get enough for a small snack for it.
Well, it might actually be able to hunt now in the night, given that its its day-night rhythm might be back in order. And then it's not on this day, but on the morning of the next day, Alex is going to re-find his steed. Just saying that in advance.
Okay. All right, Karen. You were going to check in on the drow and the tabaxi.
Yes.
What are you going to talk to them about?
I was just going to like check up on them. Not really. Unless they strike up a conversation, she's just going to try to make sure that the tabaxi's not going absolutely crazy.
He's calmed down now. He's stopped muttering. The drow does thank you for your concern, though.
Yeah, I'll just like sort of like pat him on the back. Not really petting him, more like stroking his back, just like trying to get him to calm down and whatnot.
Also, off-topic comment: why the hell does water from the friggin' faucet of a bath taste better than water from the faucet of a kitchen sink?
Something in the pipes.
Has to be.
That or there's a filter that needs to be changed.
No idea. That's all in the basement, and that's somebody else's apartment, so not touching that. All right, Bon, what are you going to be doing?
So Vaughn's gonna go hunt for sec because he lost his last one. Because he doesn't have one. He's
back.
going.
Welcome back.
Rex is back. Sorry.
He's gonna be hunting for a loot
A
as well as
loot.
more rats.
Okay, yeah, you find that stuff pretty easily.
No, wait. Liar. Sorry, wrong one.
Call me a liar.
No, you know it.
The joke's there. But yeah, no, you don't have any problems finding it.
And then weapons.
I guess we haven't really upgraded gear recently, have we?
No, you guys
We haven't
have not.
upgraded gear since first level.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I
I mean,
have.
you do have that that sword that nobody uses.
Well, it's because it's a sword that no one really wants to use.
You
I mean,
now
as
have
you've
a
repeatedly
barbarian.
said, a glaive is a sword on a stick. We just add a stick to it and give it to our new character.
You know what? That sounds like a damn good idea.
There's so much I could ask, but I'm gonna.
We found an object that nobody is really. It doesn't really. I suppose I could
You weren't-
use it,
you
but
didn't find an object.
it's
You were
not something
given
that I
one.
would choose to use.
We conned a goblin out of it.
Hobgoblin.
You didn't con him. He gave it to you.
After we
Yeah.
killed
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
else.
No, you didn't kill everybody else, but he also said you guys got to bring it back.
Yeah, that's probably not happening.
That's where the conning comes in.
We are great people.
Yup.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had every intention of returning it.
Todak doesn't, and Todak has it right now. Todak may never use it, but fuck him if you fuck at you if you ever think he's gonna give it back.
But yeah, no, I mean, technically you guys have somebody who might be able to use it now.
I'd like to see how Big Green, Big Green handles themselves in a fight.
Big Green. Who also had that nickname?
Dende. Needle.
Oh, Little Green, right, Little Green.
Yeah.
You are now Little Green.
And
Did I find someone for weapons?
Oh yeah, no, you found someone you can buy weapons from.
Oh, good. Well, then I'm gonna go Google prices.
And if you do want the that weapon that they're talking about to turn into a glaive, you absolutely can, or just keep it as
Well,
a
I
longsword.
didn't even know it exists, so
Well,
just
later on, yeah.
I don't know it exists at this moment, so I can't actually want. Don can't want any.
Big green, little green, sea green.
I realize now we're getting to the point where that might very well be 50 Shades of Green.
You're gonna need to have kids for that.
Anyway, I think we keep interrupting poor Lunar.
Nah, I'm just Googling and taking money out, so y'all have fun.
Unfortunately, there's really nothing I can see Toadek upgrading to, at least not magically.
I'm actually working on creating, crafting a magic item. So the anything to purchase is kind of sort of out the window.
Fortunately, Alex does not have the money, and he doesn't need anything that's not magical anymore.
Oh,
At least
final
after
thing.
that.
I want to go look for a blank book, ink, and a pen.
Yeah, you'd be able to find those too.
Awesome. Cool. Then I'm done, and I'm gonna total.
All right. Now,
Wait, while you're like out and about buying stuff, eventually Karen will also go out looking for something. Does she find you at some point?
Yeah, I mean the market doesn't look that big, so it's not hard to miss Vaughn. Probably the only half orc in the place.
Okay. Do you mention that you're looking for ink and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay, then she'll hand you a vial of ink and an ink pen that she has spare.
Vaughn nods and thanks. Thanks.
And then go over to the blacksmith and buy, if I can, 2 bags of caltrops.
okay.
Wouldn't that be general store?
Either or. They're made of metal.
Yeah. Also, remember this is a
Or
city, so it's going to be a lot bigger than what this map is showing. This is just a small area for you guys.
it might even just be not even a store, just somebody that's selling wares. They happen to make a bunch of them and they're selling it on a cart.
Oh, I just assumed with the carts it was tiny. It was like a market day thing.
Yes.
All right. But I am going to call it a little bit early here. I'm honestly kind of exhausted, so I'm going to get some sleep before work.
So
And this is a
let's
good stopping
wrap
point.
it up with. How about we wrap it up with finishing off the day, getting things all. Everybody gets all their stuff squared away, and we can pick up tomorrow. Next on the next day.
Yep.
Or do you want to do that? Want to end it before they go to sleep?
I want to end it before you guys go to sleep.
Yeah, Auntie Karen does
Okay.
not sleep tonight. Also, she does spend an hour swimming back her familiar.
Yay!
Then Alex is going to summon his mighty steed the first thing in the morning next time we see each other.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Right.
Toadek
All right, then.
is going to do none of that because Toadek doesn't exactly have things to do.
Dusk doesn't really either. It's part of the reason why she spent all day fishing, but fishing calms her. So the only other thing that she needs to do is to, or needs or wants to do is to pray at dusk. So she'll do that. She'll probably actually spend extra time doing that just because.
Okay. But yeah, before you guys get to sleep, we will end it here, and hope everybody had fun.
did.
Yep,
It
good
was
game.
fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah, not a
Good
problem.
shit, y'all. All right, talk to y'all later. I'm gonna get some breakfast.
Hey, before you head out there, Rex,